Well, today we're going to go on a quick library tour in case you're interested, and along the way you might figure out what some of my theological opinions are. So let's turn the camera around. Up here we have some theological journals that my college was getting rid of that I picked up. Some books to give away at Christmas time. I've got some books that were here at the church already when I got here, so that actually covers this whole shelf as well. Barnes notes, some of these commentaries, the preacher's commentary, some of those commentaries there. And then we'll go back over here. I have some more random assortment of hymnals, Bibles. These are for giving away. These are New Testaments and Bibles in the ESV. These are Paul Washer's Gospel booklet. Really great summary of the Gospel. We kind of give that as people are asking questions, and I explain asking questions about the Bible, and we talk to them for a bit. This is kind of what we give away to keep the conversation going after the verbal conversation has ended. These are great little booklets to give away by Joel Beakey on marriage and leading your family. These are little mini counseling booklets that I picked up at Reformed Book Services in Chilliwack when I was there a while ago. Greek and Hebrew cards. So I'm a pastor, so I kind of have these on hand to give out. Some more. These are not mine. These were here. There were some ladies in the church, and they would buy books to study, and so those are some of those. Down here, these are also books that were just on the shelf. I cleared off most of the shelf when I got here. There's a lot of books on the shelf. Some of these I thought looked interesting, so I kept them on the shelf. Over here, we're starting to get into some books that these ones were all given to me, I believe. A lot of my books I have due to the generosity of others, either picking them up off the free shelf at my college that I went to, or there's one guy, he gave me a lot of my commentaries. He was transitioning to an online library, and he gave me a lot of his physical books just before I moved up here to be a pastor. So down here we have some books that I've picked up for seminary. These were never really on my bucket list. Murray and Voss, and then down here we have Bavinck as well. Those are books a lot of Reformed guys like and talk about and seem to have on their shelves. They were never ones that I was itching to get, but I needed, for both Murray and Bavinck, I needed volumes 1 and 2 of both sets, so I thought I'd get the full set of both of them. Voss, similar story. I think I needed volume 1 and 3 for seminary, so you can get this 5-in-1 volume now, so I picked that up as well. All 3 of those I got during Reformation Heritage Books Memorial Day sale. Moving over here, I have some more books. These 2 I got from my denomination. Lutheran Confessions, Matthew Henry's. I do have all of them. That's not all of them there, but Witsius is not mine. It was part of the church library, as was that one. But this one I really like when I preach out of the New Testament to get insight into exactly that topic, as you can see there. These are more seminary books, so as I mentioned, I'm going to be starting seminary soon, hopefully next week, if not soon after. So those are some of the books I've picked up for that so far. I've got the New Testament set of this illustrated Bible background commentary. It's interesting, probably unnecessary if you have a lot of other good commentaries. I thought it'd be cool, but it's probably, if you have other commentaries, you're going to get similar information. But I do find really good tidbits in there sometimes. Burroughs Gospel Worship, Bunyan, again, those ones aren't mine, but these ones are. Picked those up used. Discerning, yeah, these are Paul Washer, so Heart Cry sent me those. Yeah, and then we'll move on over here to some theology and commentaries. That NIV application one is not mine, but these ones were given to me. This one is a textbook in college. This was, I got off the free shelf. It'll actually be a textbook in seminary. Free shelf textbook. These commentaries were all given to me by that friend I mentioned, so really appreciative of that. Parables of Jesus, I believe that was free shelf given to me. Free shelf. This is also on the parables from like the 1800s. That's an interesting one. Studies on the Sermon on the Mount. This is worth its weight in gold. So even just on the Beatitudes, it's just a fantastic study by Martin Lloyd-Jones. Sermon on the Mount is a great pairing if you're preaching through the Sermon on the Mount. Just these two alone would be really helpful. Sermon on the Mount by James Montgomery Boyce, and this one I got at the thrift store. I thought it looked interesting. I've perused it. It's interesting for sure. A different perspective on a uniquely Jewish perspective on the Gospels, and I guess it was supposed to be a multi-volume study, but I don't know if the other volumes have come out. We'll go down here. We've got the practical works of Richard Baxter. I know there's some theological issues with Baxter, but I really wanted the Christian Directory is volume 1. So he goes through all kinds of different life circumstances and applies the Bible to it. So whether that's kind of counseling issues or just work, family life, what does the Bible say about those things? So he kind of just takes the Bible and applies it to all of life in that volume 1. So I wanted that, and I also wanted the Reformed Pastor. It's his book on pastoral ministries in volume 4. So the easiest way to get both of those was just to buy this big set, published by Solo Deo Gloria, which I think is a subset of Reformation Heritage books or something. Got Michael Horton's Systematic Theology. That was given to me. This one was given to me. This one I got at a thrift store. Haven't read I've consulted these two and read the introduction to this one. I really like Michael Horton's approach. This one I've kind of consulted on different things. This one I've consulted on a couple things. Calvin, perused a bit. Regrettably have not read the whole thing. Beakey and Smalley, their magnificent tome on Reformed systematic theology. Fantastic. I love to read it. Have not even come close to reading all of it, but definitely pull them off the shelf periodically. And their Puritan theology as well. Mark Jones and Joel Beakey on that one. Have not really read that one. That was another a gift as well from that guy clearing out his library. So a lot of great resources that I haven't taken full advantage of yet, but I am excited to continue to learn and grow through all of these things, and I'll use them for seminary, obviously, as well. Down here, I once asked one of my profs, who was also managing the library at college, what we were going through the library at the beginning of the years, maybe my third year, and I asked him what the best book in the library was, and he didn't give me one book, but he said anything from this set. He really likes these theological studies. I believe they're edited by D.A. Carson, series editor. So they all seem good. I used the one on adoption for one of my last papers I did in college. Very good. Some of these guys I think these are associated with these commentaries, the New American Commentaries, and these just go on a deeper dive. Actually, that Sermon on the Mount one is from that set as well. So they're kind of similar, kind of deeper dives into specific theological topics. Paul Washer, Gospel Bundle, Bondage of the Will by Luther. Just picked that one up at a used bookstore in Lower Mainland, BC, in Abbotsford. So I am hoping to read that. This is a biblical theology. These ones were all gifts from the guy clearing out his library. This is kind of the layman's version of this bigger book up here by Michael Horton. This is on definite redemption or limited atonement. Here goes Charles Spurgeon, Kingdom Through Covenant. This is one of those paradigm-setting books that kind of seeks to set out they call it a via media, or a middle way between dispensationalism and covenant theology. So it's I believe it's a uniquely Baptist perspective by Peter Gentry and Stephen Wellham. And it goes through the Old Testament covenants and it kind of sets out their own middle ground. I think it's called they call it Kingdom Through Covenant, or progressive covenantalism, maybe. Might be the same thing. I picked up this one because I thought it'd be interesting to dig into Arminianism a little bit more from an Arminian perspective. I already came across false caricatures of Calvinism and things in the first few pages, so I was a little disappointed. But I want to read the rest of it anyway, regardless, and to get that perspective. This one I bought as well when I was in college, just to hear Arminian theology from the horse's mouth, not just from an outside critique of it, but how an Arminian describes Arminianism. So, bought that book by, what's his name, Roger Olson? Yep, Roger Olson. So, kind of breaks that down. So that's a good one it's actually really good if you want a breakdown of the distinctives of Arminian theology from an Armenian Baptist covenant theology by Nehemiah Cox, and then they have a section from John Owen's Hebrews 8 commentary. They kind of put that together to I know John Owen was an infant Baptist. You have to read the introduction of the book to understand why Owen is in there as well. But they were contemporaries writing at the same time, and Nehemiah Cox, the Reformed Baptist, felt that Owen's Hebrews commentary really complemented his writing. So they included both in this reprint of Reformed Baptist covenant theology. And there we have R.C. Sproul. I think that one is a free book I got as well. Actually, this one was too, but I'll end up using it for seminary. It'll be a textbook. The Apostles' Creed. This one looks interesting by Beale. Haven't really looked at it. That was another one of my free books. This is textbook, Ethics by Grudem. This one's really interesting if you're wanting to teach the New Testament. I don't know. You might be able to get it on Amazon or something. It was one of the books that was given to me. But that's great just to understand the outlay of any of the New Testament books. Some more kind of overview books on Paul, the general epistles, the New Testament. So two of these were textbooks. Another one of these was my sister-in-law's textbook. She was getting rid of it, and I said I would take it. Never read it. Using up space. All right. Down here we kind of have our hermeneutics section. So this was a textbook. This is one of my favorite books of all time. I actually started reading it before college. Really enjoyed it, and then really enjoyed digging into it more in college. This one, my professor said this is probably one of the best books on hermeneutics out there. We didn't use it, but I saw it at a bookstore used once, so I bought it, and haven't used it much. But a lot of these books, kind of the long-term idea is just lifelong study, lifelong growing. That's the whole idea with seminary as well. So this is another hermeneutics one. Introduction to the Bible, so on. This one is really interesting. It's from the 70s, so I assume some of the information might be able to be updated in it, but the Pentateuch and its cultural environment. Fascinating stuff. Yeah, these two were my wife's textbooks. When she was in hermeneutics class, she was a year behind me and had changed up the textbooks a little bit. So, as I understand it, this is a kind of a condensed version of this Kingdom Through Covenant book. But anyway, they're all kind of in the hermeneutics stream. That's a Pentateuch overview. These were all textbooks. These ones I really enjoyed. Just helping you walk through interpreting these specific genres, parables. I've been using that, preaching through Matthew, some Bible background stuff. This one was a textbook in college, and this was one that we referenced a lot, so I bought that one as well. Got some other stuff. Textual criticism, picked that one up. Mostly because, I was interested in textual criticism after my first year of Bible school. So I just looked up best book on textual criticism. So that one came up. So I bought it and I read the first bit. And it was interesting, but anyway, I wanted, at least one of these is going to be a textbook in seminary as well. So I'm excited to look at those. Those are books that were given to me. Bought that one. You can see how far I got through that one. It's a bit dumbed down for where I'm at. Definitely very much a layman's level. So I don't know how useful that is to me. Maybe I'll just put it in the church library. This one has various readings picked up from the free shelf. This one, you have to see the front. It's archaeological evidence of the church life before Constantine. So interesting stuff, right? Because the church didn't have a lot of church buildings before Constantine. So interesting to look at if you're interested in that kind of thing. This is probably one of the best books on just overview of church history. It was our textbook for our church history class in college, and some more church history, mostly on Reformation era stuff. Yep. Don't have time to talk about every book. We'll keep going. This is an Anabaptist systematic theology. They're not much for systematic theologies, but I guess in recent years they've put out some just to kind of clarify some stuff. And these are from the free books I got, so I haven't dug into those, but kind of interesting resource to have to see their perspective on things if I ever have the time. Horton, I honestly don't know the difference between his 4-volume set here and his systematic theology. I don't know. Be different, but maybe you can let me know if you've read them. This is a classic. Written by a German scholar in the 1800s. These are great books, these perspective books, so you can get, if you know anything about these books, if you're kind of weighing options on views between different things and you want to hear from from each perspective, they'll have kind of a representative author on each view, and then they write an article, and then they each have an opportunity to respond to each of the articles. So my favorite one, I read almost all of this one for a paper I wrote. So that was fascinating. They have like a hyper-dispensationalist guy, a Reformed guy, New Perspective on Paul guy, and a Catholic. So interesting stuff there. Go on, some original language stuff. These were textbooks, and then I bought some of the other stuff for additional study. Over here we have, go to the top again. I really enjoyed Gentle and Lowly, and this was kind of, people talk about reading this as a sequel, so I got that by Dane Ortland. These two are books that Paul Washer has said that have really influenced him, so I got these as well. Actually, this was a gift, and this was a Christmas gift too, but really wanted those, and I got them, and I've read part of this one and haven't dug into this one yet. I got it only after I've been pretty busy, but I'll pick it up. I'll read it has some devotional material at one point. I'll go through it. Some more books. Brockle. I love a Brockle. I'm reading through volume 1 isn't there because I'm reading through it right now, a little over halfway. Flavel. I bought Flavel. I'm that far through the first volume. Really good. The first volume, I can say, is good. People recommend it, so that was the first Puritan set I bought. And yeah, what I've read is good. Some NIV application commentary. And commentaries, most of which were given to me by the guy clearing out his library, some of which were textbooks, such as this one. Some I have bought, like this one I bought used, or picked up from other sources, and I have 2 big Romans commentaries are gone. I've got Murray and Douglas Moo's other one from this set. Douglas Moo is a bigger one, but this is also Douglas Moo on Romans, and then John Murray. So these are my ones on Romans. Got Luther, which I'm excited to have. Of course, it's a classic. Romans, Corinthians, 1 Corinthians. So the guy who gave me these books, I think he would like study a book and buy like the best commentaries on that book. So he went through a number of books, mostly New Testament, a few Old Testament. And then again, like some of these I picked up myself. They were from him, but so I have a bunch of commentaries on the books that he studied, and not much on the in-between books. So there we go, some more commentaries. I didn't even know Martin Lloyd-Jones had a set on 1 John, but this is originally published in 5 volumes. Martin Lloyd-Jones on 1 John. And then these word biblical commentaries were down here when I moved in, and I decided to leave them there while I have the space for them. In my opinion, they're kind of hit and miss, that set. So I don't know how much I'll use them. And then over here, this set of Spurgeon sermons got off the free shelf at the college. These ones I bought after my first year of college. That one was given to me. That one as well. It's MacArthur. Some other books on teaching, some on preaching, the church, counseling, discipleship, pinecone. I grew up in a land of small pine cones. Whenever I saw large pine cones as a kid, I collected them. Usually if we were in California or BC or something. These 3 were textbooks. This one I read during my internship. That was pretty good. 9 marks. The Healthy Church. Good to peruse. Some more various books from various places. Whitfield, of course, is classic. Good. Tortured for Christ. That's a great book. Jesus Freaks. I don't know how I feel about having that book anymore. Some more various assorted books here that I don't have time to comment on all of them on this video. So some of them are textbooks, some of them I bought at thrift stores, some of them were given to me. Again, from that guy clearing out his library. This is our first year textbook for theology in college. And then we moved on to Grudem's bigger book. These are some biographies on Northern missionaries. Total Truth, really good. Definitely recommend. Another random assortment. Behold Your God. This is a great Bible study by Media Gratia. 100% recommend. Can't speak highly enough about this Bible study. This is, I think everyone who has taken it has found that it's reshaped the way they think about God for the better, and it's just so wonderful. Highly recommend. I first went through it when I was 16 in my home church, and then again I led a group through it, and I think I was impacted just as much the second time when I led the group through it during my pastoral internship between my third and fourth year of college. Another Anabaptist theology. I have read a little bit more. It has kind of a history of the Anabaptist movement at the front, so that's interesting. Aristotle. Read a little bit of that. I want to dig into it a bit more. But again, I'll be starting seminary soon, so I won't have time for all this stuff, except as reference for seminary. So there's some more books. And then over here, I've got a few more books. So it's a Hebrew Bible. There's my volume 1 of Evangelical. Commentaries on Matthew. So I'm preaching through the Gospel of Matthew right now. So those are the commentaries I use. Maybe I'll do another video on commentaries I use for Matthew and which ones I like the best. And then these ones are mostly on pastoral ministry. So again, various sources. Most of them I've bought. Some of them were given to me. This is, I think, the second version or second edition of what is now called BDAG. I bought it used. Of course, you want the fourth, just the modern one, which I have on Logos. But I thought, well, I can have that one on paper too. Greek Bible counseling. This is best book on sermons because it's short, punchy, practical. Great book. This is a 3-volume set. Really, really good on pastoral theology. Only read the first bit of that one and the first bit of another one, but of the first book. I'll do another video about ministry books, but and a few Puritan paperbacks. I have more Puritan paperbacks at home, as well as the works of George Swinnock and some of Thomas Watson's works as well. Not a set, but the Body of Divinity and so on. Oh, there's the Lord's Supper there by Watson. This is a good one on an anthology by different pastors. Some more. There we go. We're almost at half an hour, so I'm not going to give any more comments, but that is my library. So if you have any comments or questions about it, be sure to drop it below, and I'll either do a video or get back to you. No promises, but there you go. Hope you enjoyed.